Welcome back to the Camino Cafe podcast. I am so excited to be standing here with Cruising with the Colemans, Michelle and Brian. They're from my home state, Ohio. Today, they have decided that they will take on the challenge of 20 Camino questions. Are you guys ready?
We are.
Absolutely. 2017.
Camino Frances, from Jean-Pied-de-Port to Santiago to Finisterre.
We started Cruisin with the Colemans in 2018. We started YouTube in 2019 on our second Camino. How many times? Yes.
Yes. Not today, but yes.
We had because we're teachers, we had a student do a series reflecting on our first Camino. And there we do a lot of reflecting, talking about the lessons we've learned and what we were going to change for this Camino. So I think that's a nice place to start. What do you think?
Yeah, I just shot a video last night explaining how to operate the windows and the blinds, which is kind of important too, because they're really confusing for Americans.
And you know what I think for the last one? I think the Grand St. Bernard Pass, when we walked the Via Francigena last year, that is an epic video. I mean, we climbed the Swiss Alps, for goodness sake. I like Wanderlust Lawyer. She does a lot of good videos that are just short and sweet, talking about all the things like shoes and clothing and just they're nice little short and sweet videos.
Pack what you think you need and then take half of it out.
And then if you still think you need that, take a suitcase.
Wonderful.
Yes, the suitcase is a game changer.
Albergue Susea in Zubiri. Wow. The best meal that we had on the Camino. I'm telling you.
Well, but Casa Susie and Trabadello, man, they're tied for first place.
There's something in the name. Susea and Susie, that's what it is. Two good meals. You're right. Dang.
And great hospitality.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. On spreadsheet pilgrims, it's what gets us through the school year because we get to talk about it and dream and pick a variety of accommodations. So we're not making last minute decisions. What's our famous saying?
Pain is inevitable on the Camino, but suffering is optional.
And I can argue at home for free, but not on the Camino. Not on the Camino.
The stairs to Porto Marin. Infamous, not famous.
Wait, is that right up there with what we call the Pilgrim Torture Tower going into Astorga? Yes. Oh yes, we're such negative people.
We love the pain and the torture.
Café con leche.
All the time.
All the time.
I love carne empanada.
Oh, you do. You love that. I love tarte de
Santiago.
Tarte de Santiago. Yes. I love that for breakfast. I love that for lunch, and I love it for dessert. Mine's Tinto all the way. Give me just Tinto de casa, Tinto of the house. I don't care.
While we're walking, Aquarius.
Oh yeah, well there's that.
But while we're not walking, for me, it's Arujo Herbas. Oh my gosh, so phenomenal.
That was an epic event. We were all rolling and laughing, and I'm telling you, you got to do it at least once. Get some pilgrim friends together and do it at least once. It's worth it.
We ended up doing it outside in the plaza at the restaurant, and people were opening their windows to see what all the commotion was, and we're looking out their windows, and the locals were stopping to watch, and it was a blast.
We're reading this incantation that we're both going, I don't know what we're saying, but I hope it's good.
She made me read it in Gallego.
We're walk no more than 8 kilometers and then breakfast. We don't eat before we go. We got to get some kilometers under our belt before we can stop.
Most of the time we like to start walking by 7 a.m., 7:30 at the latest.
Yeah. Absolutely hiking poles, 100%.
Always.
I'd love to walk in the fall, but we have to walk in the summer because we're teachers. Yeah. I would say relax and take it all in. Don't feel like you have to walk the amount it says in any guidebook for a stage. Whatever you know is your comfort level, like ours is 20K. Once we get past 20K, we both get a little cranky. I like 20K. If that means we have to stop and it's an off stage according to a guidebook, oh well, let's do it.
I say walk without guilt.
Yes.
If it's too far, take a taxi and don't feel guilty about it. If you're using luggage service, don't feel guilty about it. It's your Camino and do it your way. Wow.
Humility, patience, and grace.
That's what she said.
She stopped creating a bucket list and started creating a bucket list.
Yeah, that's one of the things we like to say a lot is don't wait until you retire or wait until the kids get out of the house or wait for whatever. Just go out and do it right now.
Lose weight, exercise more. Don't just go.